Okay, good evening and welcome to my dōTERRA Essential Oils for Kids webinar. My name's Jo Dissanayake from A Gut Instinct Essential Oils. I'm based in Brisbane, formerly from the UK. I'll just give you a little bit of an intro about me before we get started. So I'm a mum of two beautiful children. I've got Erica, who's 11, and Xavier, who's 8. And Erica is about to embark on high school. So this week we've been using the oils a fair bit, and I will go through some of it a bit later in the presentation. She's suffering a little bit with anxiety in the lead up to starting high school, especially as they go on camp for the first 3 days. So the oils have been in great use this week to help her through that. So for most of us, our kids, if you're in Australia, our kids are going back to school on Monday after a decent time at home. Hopefully you've all had a really good holiday with your children. I know that I definitely have. We've had some real good fun camping, which we took the oils with us as well. That's a little bit about me. I have got a child that's got some learning difficulties, and we do use the oils to help with that as well. But I'll chat a little bit more about that as we get through the webinar and how I support her that way. Okay, so welcome to the class, whether you're in my team, whether you're in someone else's team, whether you're completely new to dōTERRA Essential Oils. I'm hoping that you all get to take something away from this class, this webinar today. I have put, if you've got any questions, please ask them at the end. I'll give you opportunities to ask them at the end and I'll try and answer them. If I'm unable to give you the answer there and then, I will take the question away and I will provide you with an answer via email afterwards. Okay. So I completely understand a parent's desire to help their children thrive with their health. I mean, it's a scary world out there and the amount of misinformation is overwhelming. I know that, it's been my passion since my eldest was in grade 1. I was told I had a badly behaved child at school. And so I have spent, the last 6 years looking into ways that I can enhance her life and for her to be able to achieve her absolute optimum, whether that's socially, within her schooling. So I'm absolutely passionate about natural health because of the huge difference that it's made in my children's lives. For anyone that's interested, you could go to my blog, agutinstinct.com.au, and go to the About page, have a read about the journey that we've been on. I won't go into it in too much detail tonight. Have a read there. If any of it resonates with you, if anything there sounds familiar to where you've been at or you're at, please reach out. I'm more than happy to chat. We have spent a huge amount of money seeing holistic GPs, naturopaths, kinesiologists, still do. Not as frequent appointments as what we first started out with, but I've got a wealth of knowledge there. I realise that not everybody's in the same position to be able to afford these appointments. It's certainly not been cheap, and I have been fortunate that my husband has been able to pay for those. So yeah, please don't hesitate to send me an email, admin@agutinstinct.com, and I will certainly be there either via email or via phone call if you need it. So I want to put your mind at ease when it comes to using essential oils with your children, because they are safe, they are effective, and you're able to control the amount with each application. So for dilution rates, we talk about for children. So for an infant from 6 months old up to 2-year-old, we do 1 drop of essential oil to 10 mils of carrier oil. So dōTERRA Essential Oils, a 15 ml bottle has 250 drops in there. So if you're only using 1 drop in 10 mils of carrier oil in a roller bottle, that could last you up to 6 months, depending on your usage. If you're using it every day, probably about 3 months. that 250 drops in that 15 ml bottle is going to go a long way. For a 2-year-old to a 12-year-old, we do 1 drop to 5 ml, so that's 2 drops to 10 ml in carrier oil in a roller bottle. So again, it goes a long way. And then for adults, obviously this is about children, but for adults, we do 1 drop to 2 ml of carrier oil. However, I've got the 11-year-old and an 8-year-old in the house. I do not make up a separate roller bottle for my husband and myself. We use the same roller bottle as the children, so the children's dilution rate, and we still get the same good results from that. Okay. So also for pregnant mothers, here's a small video, a short video from Dr. Hill. He's the Chief Medical Officer from dōTERRA on using essential oils during pregnancy.
I believe using the essential oils during pregnancy represents a great opportunity. And there's some wonderful reasons why that is. First is that women are very in tune with what's happening with their bodies. And much of the time, they want to be in control during this process because they experience a lot of changes and there can be a lot of secondary issues, whether it's morning sickness or discomfort. Being able to have solutions that are timely and effective is essential. I believe that the essential oils can safely be used by anyone, and that during pregnancy, taking advantage of the benefits and the safety associated with the essential oils is a wonderful opportunity.
Okay, so why dōTERRA? This is probably the question I get asked most often when sharing essential oils, because there are so many brands on the market, but not all oils are created equally. So one of the reasons I chose dōTERRA is because of their co-impact sourcing. dōTERRA sources its oils from all over the world, including a lot of third world countries, so that each oil is derived from its indigenous environment. So the tea tree and the eucalyptus are sourced here in Australia because that's where those plants are indigenous to the country. And when they are grown and harvested in their proper altitude, climate, seasons and soil, you end up with a far superior product. And this is where dōTERRA's commitment to purity begins. The second main reason is that the oils are certified pure therapeutic grade. And this is really important because every oil has 0 fillers, synthetics, dyes, pesticides, or contaminants of any kind. They are just pure, unadulterated oil. dōTERRA created this standard as a promise of purity, and each and every batch is third-party tested, so you can be confident in not just their purity, but also their potency as well. There is, and I will send it out, there is now a website where we are able to go and you can put in the batch number from the bottom of your essential oil bottle, and it will pull up all of the testing results from that batch of oil. So it's completely transparent. You can see exactly what you're getting. So I will send out an email to those that have registered for the webinar after tonight to let you have a link to that. Okay, we're just going to watch. This is just another short video explaining certified pure therapeutic grade oils.
So when we talk about quality, it's not always about what testing you're doing. You have to look at the whole process and what that means collectively. And I believe that dōTERRA does that better than anyone else.
dōTERRA is the best company in the industry right now. I mean, they're the leaders. I mean, there's no one that's really coming close to doing what they're doing. I haven't seen anything like it in my 20 years of being in this industry, of a company going to the lengths that they go to secure the best oil in the world.
dōTERRA's commitment to quality starts well before the plants are even distilled. Through our co-impact sourcing, the CPTG process starts then. And then it goes through a 3-tiered testing process that starts with outside labs and finishes off inside the company here, and then continues on after the bottles are sold.
We do several layers of testing, including GCMS, optical rotation, specific gravity, refractive index, chiral testing, carbon-14, probably more extensive than just about any lab out there.
I've been doing research with essential oils for about 15 years now. So I've worked with a lot of oils and a lot of tests. And the one thing that I've noticed consistently is that unless you're starting with an oil that has a consistent quality, you're not going to get good results.
You know, a lot of our oils are used in aromatherapy or topical use. We want to make sure that we do not only make a product that's effective, but it's also going to be safe. And that's why we do a thorough analysis to look at the composition to make sure that it is safe. But at the same time, we also go ahead and do skin irritation testing, which is also called as the RIP testing or repeat insult patch testing, to make sure that when you apply it on topically, it's not irritating to your skin.
To a wellness advocate, we always keep them in mind, and we talk about it in our training. And what matters is that the details matter. You know, quality is in the details, and so because we're so passionate and so detailed, we're sure not to miss those things that are going to make the difference between just an okay product and a great product.
We stand behind our quality processes because we have the most in-depth and knowledgeable staff. We have set the standard for what the quality process should be. The testing knowledge that is gained as well as passed on with each bottle is, you cannot measure.
One of the things that I've recognized about the quality of essential oils and the testing is that it's a dynamic environment. It's changing. And this is why it's so important that doTERRA leads the front, that doTERRA is developing and processing and coming up with new ways, new opportunities to prove out the quality of essential oils, and frankly, in a way that no other company is able to do. As we continue to grow, as we continue to expand throughout the world, I'm proud to say that doTERRA has made that commitment and will not waver or deviate from that.
Okay, so that's a really interesting video. It always impresses me how much they really put the effort into making sure that these oils are really pure that come into our lives. Okay, so there are 3 ways to use your essential oils. You've got topically. So when you apply your oils to the areas of the body that need support, they reach the bloodstream within 20 seconds and are then distributed throughout the body within 20 minutes. It's best to dilute the oils in fractionated coconut oil or another carrier oil. So you can use jojoba oil, you can use sweet almond oil. If all you've got is virgin olive oil, yes, you can use that. It's just that that's probably got more of a strong smell to it, and it's quite greasy. So the fractionated coconut oil is non-greasy. It's had some of the fatty chains taken out, and it doesn't smell. And that helps avoid skin sensitivity. And we always, and I cannot stress that enough, we always dilute for children. We never apply neat. The bottoms of the feet are a great place to apply the oils, as it's the most porous section of the body, allowing for quick absorption. You can also apply on the back of the neck or along the spine, and that gets it into the nervous system the quickest. And then we've also got aromatically. So you can put a drop in the palm of your hands, obviously diluted. You can cup your hands to your nose and inhale, and you get an amazing, if you've done it with peppermint, it completely clears your sinuses. Wild orange, it completely, that one just wakes me up immediately when I do that. And you can use a diffuser as well. So the diffusers, they vibrate the water, cold water, and you get a cool steam that comes out. It's ultrasonic. You get a cold steam, so it's not, yeah, it's safe for children. And most of the diffusers, you've got the petal diffuser that dōTERRA have there, and that's in the Home Essentials kit, and you can also purchase. That does have a light that you can turn on and off, and it goes for up to 4 hours. It's the perfect one to have in the lounge room. You can put something very uplifting on in the morning in the diffuser in your lounge when the kids are getting up, getting ready for school, and we'll talk about some of those oils shortly. Then you can put something in there during the day. If you work from home like myself, I put something in there for me. And then by 4 o'clock, it's ready to change again, and I put something very calming on because the kids are obviously in from school then. And again, we'll talk about oils shortly for that. And then when you diffuse the oils, they can also support the respiratory function and enhance the moods. And then we've got internally. So dōTERRA is the only brand of oils that I would trust to use internally. Please do not assume that it's okay to use any brand of oil internally, as purity varies greatly. If safe for consumption, the bottle will clearly be labelled if it is approved for internal use. Generally, you'll find that if it's a citrus, so your wild orange, your lemon, your lime, your bergamot. If it's your mints, so you've got peppermint and spearmint. If it's your spices, so your ginger, your black pepper, your cardamom, your cumin, and your herbs, so your oregano, thyme, basil, marjoram. So if it sounds like a food, generally, if you look on the bottles for those, you'll generally find that they are safe for internal use, but always check the side of the bottle. Once you're assured of quality, you can add 1 drop to your water or to tea. And I like to use any of the citrus oils for this. And I love to add it to my water. I don't drink any flavoured waters from supermarkets because they've generally got some of the saccharin, some of the sweeteners that are not good. And so, yeah, I do miss flavoured water, and so it is nice to be able to add in my wild orange or my lemon and lime into a glass. I use a glass bottle, a glass water bottle, but otherwise a stainless steel water bottle. We certainly don't want to be putting it into plastic. These citrus oils can break down the petrochemicals in plastic, and if it's not a safe plastic, then you're going to be leaching those petrochemicals into the water that you're drinking. So that's not good. So we always recommend glass or stainless steel. Do my children take oils internally? Yes, they do, but I have sought practitioner advice through my holistic GP and also through my naturopath. So I would recommend, if you're going to use internally for your children, please seek practitioner advice first. But definitely, it doesn't matter which way, whether you diffuse, for inhalation, whether you apply topically, or whether you take internally, you get exactly the same results. So it doesn't matter which of those 3 that you choose, they all work. And I always remind parents that essential oils are not new or novel. They've been around and in existence for thousands of years and have been health supporting agents for our ancestors. So, yeah, I mean, frankincense and myrrh have been around since biblical times. They were given to baby Jesus. Essential oils contain constituents that will be recognized by our body's system and handled appropriately. And rest assured that if you use essential oils on your children, you're not inventing the wheel. They've been used for thousands of years. One thing you should always consider is that kids' skin is not the same as adult skin because it's usually thinner and more sensitive. And although most dōTERRA oils are non-irritating to the skin, it's still a good idea to dilute them in a good carrier oil before applying to children. It's also recommended to apply the oils to the bottom of the feet where the skin is the thickest. So parents always ask me for strategies how to help wake their kids up in the morning so that they're not late for school. My protocol that I recommend for parents is to either diffuse or apply topically on pulse points, bottoms of the feet or the back of the neck. Personally, I tend to find the diffuser works. It's easy to put the water and the oils in the diffuser as you're getting up on a morning rather than trying to chase the kids around the house and apply the oils topically. And I call it my Energize Your Morning. and it consists of the following dōTERRA protocol. So I'll either use citrus bliss, elevation, balance, peppermint and wild orange together, and I always add in the on guard because that's the immune boosting blend. And I use that once daily through the summer months, and I use it twice a day, morning and bedtime, in the winter months, and that one I do apply to the soles of the feet. And I also love what I refer to as the get out of bed blend, which is the peppermint and wild orange. So if my kids are struggling to get out on a morning, I go and put that in the diffusers, and it soon wakes them up and gets them alert and out of bed. I know I've mentioned this before, but our children tend to be overstimulated because of the many activities and distractions that exist in their lives. And parents are always looking at ways to help their kids focus. And I'm certainly one of those. And here are some of the ideas that will help. I get mine to eat a very good breakfast, and not one that's laden with sugar. So for us, it's a cooked breakfast. It's usually nitrate-free bacon or paleo sausages, so there's no grain or gluten in those. Some fried egg or scrambled egg we're dairy free, so I use coconut milk in my scrambled egg. And then I make sure that I've packed the night before for school, so the bags are packed the night before. And make time for play and physical activities. So my children go and do therapeutic horse riding once a week. My son plays cricket, and they both go to swimming lessons. Be social. Try and keep them off their electronics as much as possible. And use specific essential oils. So the perfect dōTERRA oils to support your children with staying focused. Obviously, the first one at the top of the list would be In Tune. That's the Focus Blend. Now, that doesn't work for my daughter. It's got an ingredient in that one of the essential oils in that blend doesn't work for her. So you will find, we talk about lavender, for instance, has been a calming oil. For some people, that can actually stimulate them. So, it's not a one size fits all, but generally the In Tune works for most. So for her, for a focus blend, we use rosemary and some lemongrass and clary sage. And peppermint's another good one as well for helping stay focused. For me, obviously it's not for children, but when I'm driving on a long drive, I have a car diffuser, and in that I put peppermint and wild orange. That helps me stay awake, and it helps me stay focused. The wild orange keeps me awake and really I just immediately feel alive as soon as I smell that oil. And the peppermint helps me stay focused on those long drives. Vetiver is another good one for concentration, as is lemon. And parents can either diffuse or apply topically on pulse points, the bottoms of the feet or the back of the neck. dōTERRA's calming blend is exactly what you need in situations when you really just need to calm the farm. You can add it to the bathtub, and I usually add it to an Epsom salt bath. So this is the Serenity blend. In Australia, it's Lavender Peace. The Serenity blend is from the US shop, which we all have access to here. It does have a couple of extra oils in there that have been added to what was the Lavender Peace blend. So it's got some vetiver in there. And I think it's got the cedarwood as well, which they're both very calming oils. You can diffuse it in their room before bedtime, and it's certainly one that I put in my kids' bedrooms. And you can apply it to the back or to the feet before school. And it's a must-have in your arsenal, and it is guaranteed to come in handy. You can also consider lavender oil or the Balance blend. The Balance blend is the grounding blend, and apply either of those to either the pillow, which will have them resting in minutes, or again to the soles of the feet if it's before school. So kids need to sleep, and boy do I know it. My two were not good sleepers. My babies certainly didn't look like this one. Mine used to pretty much scream from 11 o'clock at night right through till 6 o'clock in the morning. So I just need to emphasize that kids need to sleep, because far too many children are overstimulated, overworked, and and neglecting what allows their bodies to grow and stay healthy. So sleep is such a huge and important part of their development. And my children are on melatonin. It is prescribed by our holistic GP. It is compounded, so it's got no nasties in there. But I always recommend to parents the following. So you need to have a bedtime routine, and we certainly do. A half an hour before bed, I go up and I put the essential oils into their diffusers, which we'll talk about shortly. And I close the bedroom door so that that aroma is well and truly in the room by the time they get to bed. I put a diffuser on in the lounge that just helps to calm things down. And we come off electronics. They might play with the dog for a bit, or read a book, maybe play with a little bit of Lego, but certainly come off those electronics, because that really does stimulate. You want to calculate 8 to 10 resting hours and make sure your child gets this. So, you know, my 11-year-old, I have her in bed 7 to 7:30 on a night. She's still asleep at 6 o'clock in the morning. She definitely needs a sleep. And in these school holidays, I'm having to reset the program again at the minute. She's had a few late nights, and and I'm talking, 9 o'clock at night, not really, really late, but that's enough for her to sleep through till sort of 8, 9 o'clock, which way too late when I need her at school for 8 o'clock on Monday morning. And get your children moving during the day. So, yesterday I was down at the local swimming lagoon pretty much for most of the day, from lunchtime right through till about 4 o'clock. And the children were swimming. And that definitely helps them fall asleep if they've been active all day. And proper nutrition is a must. Now, this is another stickler for me. I'm passionate about it because I've seen the effects that processed foods, and okay, not everybody necessarily needs to be great. Well, not everybody believes that they need to be grain-free. My holistic GP would believe that. But for my children, definitely no gluten, no grain. They can't have the dairy. If they have dairy, they're climbing the walls. And I certainly have to limit sugar. So proper nutrition is a must. But if nothing else, limit the sugar, because that certainly doesn't help to keep the children calm. And I avoid processed foods because they're full of additives, preservatives, and it's been proven that that really does play and mess around with children's behaviours. So my 4 favourite oils to support children when it comes to bedtimes. I like to use cedarwood. I like to use vetiver. I love lavender peace or serenity, which contains lavender. And I also like the peace blend, and that does contain the vetiver in there. I do find that with vetiver in my blends, that really does help to get a really good night's sleep. So healthy bodies lead to healthy minds, and this is extremely true for our youth. This is why I encourage parents to get rid of the products they use that are filled with toxins, and either create their own cleaning and beauty products, or even consider the entire dōTERRA On Guard line. I do workshops, Detox Your Home. I've got one on the 8th of February if anyone's in Brisbane at my home in Everton Hills. If you go to eventbrite.com, start a gut instinct, you will find where you can get tickets for that. Anyone that doesn't have access to come into my classes, if you live away, if you send me an email, I'm more than happy to send out the ebook to you, which has some of those cleaning recipes, and you'd be really surprised at how easy it is to create your own cleaning products that are cheap and affordable and so much better for your health. And dōTERRA have everything from toothpaste to facial cleaners to hand soaps, just to name a few everyday products. So when children suffer, it's the worst. Even if it's only a scratch on their leg or a bruise on their arm, parents often experience this pain with a child. I know I do. I hate to see my children in pain. And a protocol that I highly recommend to support your children in this time of need is the following: 1 to 2 drops of geranium, 3 to 4 drops of rosemary, 1 to 2 drops of lavender, 2 face cloths, and 2 what we call non-reactive bowls, so either stainless steel, glass or ceramic. And one bowl should be filled with hot water and the other should be with cold. Add the above essential oils to each bowl and then soak the washcloth and alternate between hot and cold on the bruised area, and you will get the children getting instant relief there. I will share these recipes by email at the end of the webinar if you haven't had a chance to note it down. Also, the webinar will be recorded so you can go through, flick through and get these recipes written down if you're not writing them down right now. So I bet you love when your kids come home with their sweaty shoes after playing soccer or any other sport for that matter, and they leave them lying around the house. I've got the perfect blend for you which eliminates odours, and you can diffuse this minutes before your children get home to prevent the nasty sweat smelling, especially this time of year in Queensland. We really are in a heat wave. So it's 2 drops of lemon essential oil, a drop of tea tree or melaleuca as it's also known, a drop of cilantro and a drop of lime essential oil. Alternatively, you could use the Purify blend. And I get asked on a regular basis for ways to help children when seasons are changing and their immune system is compromised. I always recommend having oils diffusing in the home because the benefits are far and wide and often unexpected. But specifically to help with seasonal support, I use either the On Guard blend or 2 drops of lavender, lemon and peppermint. And you never know where your children will put their hands or when they will clean them. So this is why I recommend that all parents make their own dōTERRA On Guard hand cleansing spray so that you can create your own harmless and very convenient hand sanitizer. So in that you need 20 drops of On Guard protective blend. You need a 4-ounce spray bottle, and I use glass. I put 1 tablespoon of aloe vera gel and then I top up with water and give that a shake and then use that as my natural hand sanitizer. And you can earn some brownie points for your son and or your daughter by giving the gift of essential oils to their teacher. I know that last year my children's teachers were both really excited to get diffusers into the classroom and to be able to diffuse oils that were really uplifting and could help the children to focus on a morning to wake them up, and then after they've eaten their morning tea or their snacks, their lunch, which maybe have some sugar hidden in them, and so they were able to use oils to help to calm the classroom down. So not only will this have your child stand out in the classroom, I know that my son absolutely loved it that his teacher last year used to ask him to go up and choose the essential oil that was going to go into the diffuser. He felt very empowered by that, and he was able to tell the teacher which oil was good for keeping the children awake and which ones were good for calming the classroom down, and he was very proud for doing that. But it's also going to help your child thrive. Not only is it going to help them be empowered, but your children are going to thrive because when they're out of the home and they're with the teacher, they're able to share, still benefit from the oils. So the special Vibrant Teach protocol that I put in a roller bottle for our teacher is 2 drops of wild orange, 2 drops of grapefruit, 2 drops of bergamot, 2 drops of clary sage, and 2 drops of frankincense. So that's the gift that we give to our teacher at the beginning of the year. This one might be more for you than for your kids. But when your children come home from a play day and they have got grass stains on their brand new jeans or grape juice on their brand new shirt, the white shirt especially, you're going to need something to do the trick that's non-toxic. So I call this protocol the ultimate stain remover, and it's very easy to make and void of any toxins. So simply combine white vinegar, 20 drops of dōTERRA lemon essential oil into an 8-ounce glass spray bottle, and you're set. 1 spray on clothing and it's back to new. And I think I just got your son or your daughter out of trouble for coming home dirty. Okay. So if you apply doTERRA black pepper oil diluted to the bottom of your children's feet after a midday snooze, mine are past this stage now, but for any of the younger children out there, so if they've had that mid-afternoon sleep, especially the one where you're like, oh, I really don't want you to sleep, I need you to go to bed at a decent time tonight, use the black pepper on the soles of their feet diluted for a stimulating wake up. This is going to get little Johnny or Mary to pop out of bed, eat the dinner, clean the dishes, do the homework, take a shower, or get back to sleep on time. Obviously, I've got no guarantees offered there. I always encourage parents to utilise their healthy kid formula consisting of doTERRA essential oils. So check out this awesome recipe. It's 10 mils, and I put 2 drops of thyme, wild orange, clove, and cinnamon, and I top that up with fractionated coconut oil. And kids absolutely love using this essential oil blend. And essential oils in general. This is not like convincing them to eat the vegetables or drink the milk or to avoid processed foods. Once parents bring oils into their home, they almost always notice their children seeking out their favourite blend and diffusing or using them regularly. And that's certainly the case in my home. My daughter loves to make little roller bottles up for her friends so that she can take them to school, so they've got their own little pure few. Okay, a favourite for all kids is the doTERRA A to Z chewable. So it's a proprietary formula of ingredients developed for children and adults who have difficulty swallowing capsules. Combining a blend of B vitamins with a blend of vitamins A, C and E, as well as botanical extracts, doTERRA A to Z chewable supports healthy cell development and longevity when taken daily. It's been formulated to be used with doTERRA wild orange flavoured IQ Mega Omega-3 fish oil as a comprehensive dietary supplement that supports healthy immunity and cognitive function, as well as antioxidant protection. So the primary benefits: this one is safe for children 4 years and older and adults who prefer chewable to capsules. A cognitive blend, so it's got choline and inositol, sorry, pronounced that one wrong. It's great watermelon flavour. It's got no high fructose, corn syrup, artificial colours, sweeteners or flavours. It contains a superfood blend that helps support overall health and wellness. It's formulated with doTERRA's proprietary Alpha CRS Plus blend, a balanced blend of essential vitamins including the antioxidant vitamins A, C and E, and a cellular energy complex of B vitamins. Includes a blend of bioavailable minerals including calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper and manganese. It's specifically formulated to be used daily with the IQ Mega as a comprehensive dietary supplement foundation for a lifetime of vitality and wellness. So these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, and this product isn't intended to diagnose, treat, cure or prevent any disease. All children, and I cannot stress this enough, it's the one thing that I have learned from seeing holistic practitioners, and my GP definitely believes that children should be taking this daily. They need a high quality probiotic, and this is why PB Assist Junior is a favourite of parents and their children. So the PB Assist Junior is a powdered probiotic supplement designed for children or adults who have trouble swallowing pills. It contains 5 billion live cells of a unique blend of 6 different probiotic strains. It's specifically selected for their benefit amongst children. These probiotics have been blended into a delicious powder that can be poured directly into the mouth for a fun and tasty way to integrate probiotics into anyone's daily routine. And the primary benefits: it provides 5 billion live cells of 6 strains of friendly flora selected for both their unique stability at room temperature, as well as their remarkable ability to survive the harsh extremes of acidity, alkalinity, digestive enzymes in the digestive system. It includes prebiotic FOS to help sustain a healthy balance of beneficial friendly flora. It maintains healthy intestinal microflora balance. It supports the healthy function of the digestive and immune systems. It supports the health of the GI tract, particularly the intestines and the colon. It helps support optimal metabolism and absorption of nutrients. Probiotic administration during childhood often means of promoting healthy microflora balance and favourably supporting the immune and the gastrointestinal system function. The gut is like the third brain. So if the gut isn't in a good shape, the body is not going to function at its optimal. And that's something that I'm passionate about. I have seen it in my children. As soon as I started to work on their gut, some of their issues started to disappear. Probiotic consumption during childhood has established healthy benefits and may support long-term well-being. Maintaining a healthy GI tract is also important for healthy brain and nervous system function. Promotes healthy lung and respiratory tract function and contributes to an internal balance and support for the health of the kidneys, the bladder, the urinary tract, as well as the female reproductive system. So now what? If you're anything like me, you're probably really excited. It's like, what now? How do I know what to use and how do I get started? I want you to know that you're never alone on your essential oils journey. I will personally be here to guide you every step of the way with answers to your questions, with resources and introductions to other people who are on this journey with us. In addition, I have a really special email series that I'm able to send out to all new oil users that lays a foundation of knowledge and awareness for incorporating essential oils into their lives. And there are a number of ways to get started using oils for yourself. So how can you get involved? How can you become a wellness advocate? I remember the first time I was exposed to a class just like this, I was so excited. I couldn't wait to get my hands on these oils. But I was also particularly overwhelmed by the variety of the oils and their seemingly limitless applications. You know, every oil has hundreds of therapeutic benefits. However, I was assured that I would have support and I absolutely cherished the adventure. My life changed because of dōTERRA essential oils, and I'm confident you will have this same experience once you get started. There are 3 ways to begin using dōTERRA's essential oils. You can purchase them at the full retail price, which is actually the most expensive and really not recommended. You can pay $35 membership fee, like Costco, and you can then purchase your oils at wholesale price. So that you can get 25% off retail, which is totally awesome. Or you can purchase an enrollment kit. With the enrollment kit, your membership fee is waived, so that $35 is waived, and your kit oils are well below wholesale pricing, so it's the most affordable way. And you can access these by going to www.mydoterra.com/a gut instinct, and I will send this out in an email. I would recommend option 2 or 3. So that's either paying the $35 and getting your oils at 25% off retail, or a kit. And that's based on your desires. So you can visit the website to purchase your oils or to become a wholesale member with dōTERRA. If you're not sure which option would benefit you and your family, please send me an email at admin@agutinstinct.com. I'm also on Facebook. I'm Jo Dissanayake, A Gut Instinct. So you can private message me there. And I would love to be able to guide you to the best decision for you and your family. So here's a quick video explaining the 3 options. Okay, I'm going to have to share this one. I'll share this one with you via email because it's not playing right now. Give me a second. Okay, So I just want to thank everyone for coming on the webinar tonight. Since my life has changed so dramatically since using essential oils, I've made it my responsibility to share these powerful products with as many people as possible. And this has become my why. And it truly is an honor to introduce the essential oils into your life. In addition, there were a few questions that surfaced and I thought it would be best to share my answers here so everyone can benefit. So what's the best way to get started? I always recommend either the wholesale membership or a specific kit, but message me and I'd be happy to advise based on your needs and desires. Okay, and the next question, I want to start slow, what do you recommend? Well, simply sign up with a wholesale membership of $35, order a diffuser and a few oils, and you're good to go. You can sign up at www.mydoterra.com/a-gut-instinct. Do I have to start a business if I become a wholesale member? Absolutely not. When you sign up, make sure you choose the wholesale price option. This option does not mean you are taking this on as a business. Instead, choosing this option will give you the biggest discount, plus the option to take advantage of other promotions and discounts such as the product of the month. I have a number of specific health concerns. What do you recommend? I could go on and on about doTERRA's essential oils simply because they've made such a big difference in my life and the lives of each person I've shared them with. You can reach out and we can go through some of the essential oil books to help you with your health conditions. If it's something quite major, I would highly recommend that you go and speak to a practitioner, whether that's your GP or a naturopath. I'm obviously happy to answer any questions you have, and if it's something that I really believe you need to go to a practitioner for, I will guide you back in that direction. But I'm really, I'm happy to answer any questions you have using essential oils for you and your family, as this is truly it's my passion. I'm absolutely passionate about these oils. I love having the chance to share something that's made such a difference in my life. So please email me and I'll respond as quickly as possible. And thank you again for sharing this experience with me. I'm honoured.